before one of them made me rich. Creatures from another planet. Oh, that's a cool story. He looked like a special agent or a gangster because he was constipated. Everybody says, ew, now we have a lot of money.
Hey guys, we are back in our studio, and that means we have an incredible story about money waiting for us. Our guest had a hard time deciding to tell it to you. Support him in the comments.
I was very fond of dogs even before one of them made me rich. Ever since I was a kid, I've been around dogs. To me, dogs were like creatures from another planet. A planet where there was friendship, loyalty, and rules that everyone understood. Not surprisingly, all the places I've worked have involved dogs. Well, the only place without dogs was when I worked in Europe at the entrance to a pay toilet. I was the one who decided to see the world when I was young and managed to go to Europe. Oh, that's a cool story. It's worth listening to. Maybe I'll tell it sometime. Well, the only job I've ever had that didn't involve dogs was in Europe in a pay toilet. And you know what? I let everyone in for free who came in with dogs. That's why I got fired. And the story of how I got rich was connected with the pet hotel I was working in at the time. You know, people go away for a while and bring their pets to the hotel. We take care of them, feed them, play with them, and all that. It was my favorite job, and my last. At this point in time since then, I don't need a job. I live for my own pleasure. I breed dogs. I take them to shows. People buy them from me. I make a pretty good amount of money, but it's not a job, it's a hobby, or even a way of life. So, one day, a lanky guy in a long gray coat and hat came to our hotel. Quite a strange-looking fellow. He looked like a special agent or a gangster from the old days. He left his dog Bingo with us for a week, a very sad basset hound. Basset hounds always look sad, but this one was obviously sadder than all the sad ones put together. I thought he realized his owner was leaving and was sad about it. But as it turned out, he wasn't sad about it. And when his sad case was solved, it turned out that this is the most cheerful basset hound on the whole globe. You wouldn't believe it. He even had a smile on his face all the time. So my four-legged lodger Bingo was sad because he was constipated. I realized this on the second day. And of course, I took all the necessary measures to alleviate the suffering of our new tenant. It's very hard for me when animals suffer. People sometimes suffer in an unnatural, fake way, as if they need something from suffering, as if suffering covers them from something or benefits them. Well, not all, of course. But a lot of people have that feeling. But when animals suffer, they just suffer, without any ego or hidden interest. My help came in handy, and it wasn't long before my sad friend made a huge pile, smiled, and was never sad again. The pile was a record-breaking pile. And believe me, I've seen a lot of piles. All shapes and sizes. This pile was a champion pile. Maybe if it wasn't for its record-breaking size, I wouldn't have paid much attention and become a rich man. But I could not ignore this king of heaps and started to look at it. By the way, ever since then, I've had a hobby of photographing dog poop. Everybody says, ew, it makes everyone cringe, and even a lot of people think I'm nuts. But there's beauty in dog shit too. It's like the intermediate forms of a universe that is in constant change. And poop is the fleeting works of natural sculptors.
What do you guys think about it? Write in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel not to miss new stories about money and luck.
So I looked closely and noticed something in the pile. I had to disturb this champion of the pile and get what he was hiding. Anyway, guys, it turns out that my hilarious friend Bingo's dog poop had diamond-like stones in it. At the time, I thought the dog had eaten some cheap glass jewelry, but as you can see, they were real diamonds. Lots of diamonds, all different sizes, and as I was told by the professionals in the business, diamonds of the highest quality. Anyway, thank heavens I was able to see diamonds in a piece of shit. But if you think I stuffed them in my pockets and ran away, no. I cleaned them up and put them in a coffee can. I wanted to tell the dog owner when he came to pick up his pet. And of course, I wanted to give the owner his glass pebbles. At the time, I didn't know what they really were, but no one ever came for our basset hound. We tried to contact the owner, but we couldn't find this gangster special agent. Bingo ended up living in a hotel for a while, and then I took him in. He still lives in our family. After a while, I showed one of the stones to a knowledgeable person who told me that it was a real diamond. And when I realized that it was not an ordinary glass but a fortune, I again made an attempt to find the owner of the dog. Having exhausted all attempts, and after a while, I decided to sell the diamonds. Now we have a lot of money. That's it. But that's not all. My sister saw a psychologist who also saw things, like a psychic. So she once said that my sister is greatly influenced by her brother, i.e. me, and that if he had not tried in the past to get back what does not belong to him, my sister and I would not be alive. That's what she said, although my sister didn't tell this psychologist anything about me. That's the story.
Thank you. That was awesome. Friends, don't forget to rate the video and subscribe to our channel. A lot of interesting things are ahead. See you later.